say goodbye. This wax ring looks relatively new. It's uniform, in nice shape, it's not squished down very much. So to remove it, pair of gloves, get underneath that rubber, right there. So I'd like to point out the flooring height and the flange. This is set a little bit lower than this flooring, and you can get away with that. Normally, you want it flush with the flooring. As you can see, it's that much. That's not enough to worry about. I'll get a regular wax ring, the same thickness that came off, and I'm only putting sheet flooring down, sheet vinyl. So that's very thin. However, if you were putting vinyl plank or tile in here, then you'd have to put an adapter in here to raise it up, or use an extra thick, double thick wax ring. It's best to be as flush as possible. I've got a couple different style seals, and this one here showed up on my supply trailer. No clue where it came from, but that's a good thing. I'll be able to demonstrate the differences. Each kit supplied with the bolts. So this style is new to me. I've never used it before. Did a little bit of research. And if your flange is above the floor, sitting right on the floor, and sticks up just a little bit, you just use this piece right on there. And that's all you need. However, if you're flush with the floor or 1/4 inch down, you install this on your bolts and then this over top. And if you're more than 3/4 inch down, you buy another one of these and it's stackable. So if you have tile, and this is squishy. So that's your seal right there. Compression. Same here. Compression. Now I've seen some videos where folks take their toilet off to inspect this, and they get all bent out of shape because the glue has separated here. However, I think they're overthinking it, because the glue is just there just to hold the unit in place. In other words, it's compressed. So this is a seal compressed against this one, the same on the bottom there, and compressed against this one. It doesn't matter about the glue. There's your compression fit. I don't think I need to be that high. And later, I'll actually demonstrate with a dry fit with the toilet to see what I need. So, we'll move on to this one. This one here, I purposely bought this for certain scenarios, such as what I'm doing right now. Let's say you buy a home and your wax ring is leaking, but you know you're going to put flooring in later. So you take it off, clean the wax ring, install this. Then 6 months down the road, you're going to redo the flooring. You take this off, there's no mess, and then I use a wax ring. Wax ring is what I normally use, but this I would put back in my supply trailer for the next job. It's reusable. This one's reusable as well. I just haven't used it. So the issue with this is waterproof on the outside. However, if you scar the screws or scar any area, water will infiltrate the sponge. Well, it becomes like a sponge, saturated with liquid, and then it fails. So be extra careful when putting your bolts through, and I think it's a good unit. And look at the thickness. This actually does what this does all in one unit. Let me demonstrate with a Folger canister. If you have a rocking toilet, when it rocks this way and then rocks back, it stays sealed. It's under compression. That's sealed continuously. Where wax, once you rock, the wax stays down and then the leak occurs. And this one here, I would say, is not as sufficient in rocking. It only goes so far, where this one has a lot greater distance. All right, so now I'll demonstrate a dry fit to see what I need. I'll start with the single layer. So there's no bolts in there. We're just going to line them up with the holes. And what you want to feel is a connection. between that and the base, you want it to actually be off the floor so you have room for compression. So I don't feel any sponge action, compression, so I need the spacer. However, with wax or the green one, they would both work first time around. Now we should feel a good compression. That's nice. See how it rolls just a little? Then when you pull the bolts down, it seals tight. So you've got a slot here with a wide area. Just tilt that in there. You see how you can turn it? You want to turn it after you get it in there? Just like that. Straight over into that wax. See, you don't need to clean all the wax off. It helps hold things. Same on this side. Turn it. That's so it won't pull out. It won't pull out anyway. It's just a wider base for strength. Then you got these little plastic things that slide over. So you get it all the way down and then hold it and pull tight. And that keeps the stud straight up for easy alignment. Do both sides. You want to be the same distance from the wall. You can take a measurement from the wall to have it perfect. So then your toilet is in line with the room, the wall. So spongy down, right over top. Nice. Same with this. Now we're ready to drop the toilet. So what I do is I line this side up first and keep it upward so you can see on that side. All right, look at that. So it's got, say, 1/8 of an inch or a quarter to squeeze down. It's not a whole lot, but it's just enough. Also, just before snugging the bolts, you can move this either way just a little bit to line it straight up with the wall. I'd like to thank everyone for watching. Hope this has helped someone. And in the next video, I'll share the installation of the new vanity, faucet, mirror, possibly moving the light,